Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss about the control flow, in which we'll discuss about the case structure, then how to use the instructions of continue and break in loop. So we'll open our Scilab window. So let us take a small example of continuous statement. So I have opened the node. So as I have already told you, in order to write an instruction or not instruction, remark, we use 2 times forward slash, and here we'll write the continue statement. So these continue and break, they are being used within the loop. So we use a for loop. So for I is equal to 1 to 5, we have taken one loop. Then for j is equal to again 1 to 5, another loop. So here we'll use an if statement. So we take a condition that if I is not equal to j, so in this case, then we'll continue continue. We continue. This is what we're trying to use. Means if the value of both I and j is not equal, then in that case the execution of the loops will continue. Else, if I is equal to j, if I is equal to j, then we want to print. So in order to print any value, we write a m p r i n t print f, then within small bracket we use a small bracket, then within single inverted we write I is equal to percentage d for integer and j is equal to percentage d, and then the next value should be on the in the new line. So we write backslash n means for new line, then inverted comma will be close, and then we give the variable which is I comma j. So first id will be for value of I, and then percent d will be for j, and then we have to end. So this end is for if, another end is for the inner loop, and already we have one end for the outer loop. And let us see how this works. So what we have uh, written is, we have written a program in which we are using two for loops, which is called nested loops, and inside the inner loop we use a condition using if. So we have a variable I which will vary from 1 to 5, a variable j which will again vary 1 to 5, and when the values of I and j is not equal, when I value is not equal to j, then it will continue, and once it is being same, we have to print these values. So we have to save this. So I give L2 and see, this is the result. When both the values are same, there is a print on the screen: I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, j is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, j is equal to 3, I is equal to 4, j is equal to 4, and I is equal to 5, and j is equal to 5. Okay, so we made a small program using for loops, and we use this keyword which is called continue. So it is a we are using this keyword which is continue. So again, now suppose I give it as value 10 and 10. Again, then you see again we have 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 7 7 8 8 9 9 and 10 10. So now let us take another keyword which is called break. So now break break. I'll delete this program. So I write while while one means while one we take while one when we want to have infinite loop. So this condition will always be filled up, fulfilled up, and now again the break keyword is used when we want to come out of that infinite loop. So that what we are trying to discuss or in this program. So I write x is equal to rand that we have already discussed. It will generate a value. Okay, so now we want to print it mprintf. So we write random number is, and since it will be in decimal, so we write percent %f. So for the floating point value backslash n, a new line, comma x. The value will be generated in x. So we write this, and then we give a condition that is if the random value that is generated is less than 0.1. So in this case, we use this keyword break. So it's again a keyword. So what happens when this condition? So what we are doing, we are using an infinite loop while one. We are using a random number, we are printing that number, and we are giving a condition that if that random number is less than 0.1, then it will come out of the loop and the program will be ended. This is a small value. Let us see how it works and see the result. So the loop executed 3 times. For the first time, random number is zero point 0.2, then 0.7, then 0.002, and once it is less than once it is less than 1, it came out of the loop. So third value is less than 0.1, it came out of the loop. So let me run it again and you can see what happens again. So I ran it again, and now this time it executed 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 times. So the seventh value is less than 0.1, so the execution was ended, and with the use of break the execution came out of the loop. So every time you run this program you will get different results. Again, if I run this program, now see, now it mm, so it the third time it the execution took place many more times. So the last value is less than 1, it came out of the loop. So now I'll show you how to use the case structure. So now it will remove this, right? Case, we write select and case structure. So for this I am taking a variable num is equal to input. So I want a number to be input from the end user. For that we write instruction input within single inverted comma. I write enter any number between 1 and 5. So I want a number to be input between 1 and 5 within that I have written in within a single inverted comma within a square bracket. Then I write select num. So it has to be ended up. Now I'll use case. So one, case 1 means case 1. It means if the value that entered by end user is 1, then what I want to display is Roman numeral is I. So I want to display this within single inverted comma. Okay. Then case 2. Case 2 means if the input value is 2. So now I copy this and paste it. So here if I'll write I want to display numeral value 2. Okay, then case 3. Then I want to display it as numeral value 3. Then case 4. Then case 4 means if the input value is 4, then I want to display it as numeral value IV. Then case 5. Then I want to display it V. But what will happen if the entered value is not within 1 to 5? So I'll write else. So you have to give else means if the cases or the input number does not match between 1 and 5, then else I want to display that entered number is not between 1 and 5. Okay, so this is the last. So now, so what we have done in this program is we have a number input externally by from the user end, which is stored in num. That num is being identified as select, and then we are comparing it with case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5. Means if the input number is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, or it is not between 1 and 5. So now I'll run this program. So it says enter any number between 1 and 5. So I enter 5 and it says Roman numeral is 5. Okay, let us again run this program. I have run this program. Now it again, so I entered 2, so Roman numeral is 2. It's working properly. Now it make it 6. So it says entered number is not between 1 and 5. So it works perfectly. So in this session we discussed about the use of continue keyword, break keyword and case select structure. So hope you must have understood all these concepts and you will practice by your own.